Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, and you're watching Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Joining me from the Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks podcast is my co-host, Mr. Terrific, Trav, the Trash Man, Martin. I combine all of them, bro. Do all the poses, bro. So today,
the trash is terrific.
From terrific to trash, or from trash to terrific. From what did Ashley Larry say? From ashy to classy, baby.
That's right, man.
So today we are reviewing the season finale of American Horror Story Double Feature, episode 10, The Future Perfect. And before we get into today's review, make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you hit that bell button so that way you're always notified when we have new content here on Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. And D always says this one thing before we get into every review, interview, whatever. And Trav, what is that?
Hey, man, you need to like, follow, and subscribe to the boys podcast in the description. Let's go.
So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So, man, it's just so wild, man. Like, this season, it started off really, really good with Red Tide.
God, what a
Red
ride.
Tide was good, man. And you know, when it jumped to Death Valley, I thought that Death Valley started off good, even though I enjoyed Red Tide's first episode more than Death Valley's first episode. I still enjoyed Death Valley's first episode. I enjoyed the second and the third episode of Death Valley as well. Even though, Trav, I know you said that you weren't really fans of the second and third episode, but this season finale, man, it was
it was bad.
I don't want to say it was bad.
Oh, it was horrible.
It was rushed. It was very rushed. I left feeling like I didn't get everything that I wanted. And, you know, with American Horror Story or just horror movies and TV shows in general, it's like I at least want to see like something positive that happens at the end of this compared to, you know, just having it where it's just like evil wins, evil conquers. Like, look at season 8, for example, right? Like Apocalypse. Like at the end of it, it's just like we got the good ending, but then it's like we still saw that the next Antichrist was coming. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with this, it just like they killed Mamie, and it was just like, yeah, we're just creating the new world, even though they're killing everybody up, they're killing all the humans. And I'm just like, they shouldn't have trusted the aliens in the first part. But like, Trav, like, what was your take on the lizard people? It's just like, how do you introduce the lizard people at the end? And it's just like, you know, what was your take on? Well, share your thoughts, Trav.
What a waste, because it was, you know, Richard Nixon's. I don't know what he was to Richard Nixon.
He was like his secretary or something.
Yeah. Okay. So he's a lizard man, and it's like, well, what's the point of it? Because
it was Henry.
The only tie-in that it had was that humans were now disposable because they had an agreement with these lizard people.
But
they didn't actually say lizard people. They, you know, it was just you picked up on it because you noticed it, and it's like internet rumors. And like, what a waste! Just what a waste, bro.
Well, it was Nixon's. It was his Secretary of State, Henry Kissinger. It's just like, you know, when he stuck his tongue out and whatnot, and I was just like, okay, so there's lizard people now, and it's like the lizard people and the aliens, they knew about each other, but it's like they were at odds with each other. And then we see back in the past that they came up with an agreement back then that they were going to work together. Once the perfect alien was born, they were going to end up working together. You know, and then also too, you know, with Ike, President Eisenhower, they told him, like, Thor was just like, hey, we could take you to Area 51 and you can live forever. And he was just like, nah, I don't want to live forever. See, he went out like a king. And, well, not a king, but
yeah. With the
big, you know, he went out because he didn't want to live forever. Right. And the only reason why he was in the predicament that he was in is because he was trying to save the human race. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it was up to him, he would have never even signed the agreement with them in the first place. But because, you know, if he didn't do that, then all of the humans were going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why he did what he did. He went out like a G. And I just I just thought all of that was just rushed. And then, when Mamie tells Thor, like, I don't want to die, I want to live forever and whatnot, not knowing that by living forever, it just meant that you had to stay at Area 51 for the rest of your life. You can't leave. And like, can you just see how boring that would be?
They don't even explain why this area doesn't age you. Like, they don't even touch on it. They like, why don't you age once you're in this area? There's no rhyme or reason to anything that they're doing.
Yeah, it's like,
why do they even want to crossbreed with us? They don't even go into why their kind was headed towards extinction and they needed the humans to crossbreed with to create some sort of perfect entity. Nothing is explained at all on anything. And they shoehorned in a bunch of conspiracy theories.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. And
it was too much, bro.
And what's crazy is like when I pictured like the perfect cross between the alien and a human, I thought that it was going to look more human, but it just had like the alien's abilities and stuff like that. But it's just like the baby still looked like an alien. And that's why I was just like, because remember when one of the guys, when he had his baby, it's like the baby looked just like the baby we saw.
Yeah, it was back to the octopus thing.
No, not the octopus one. I'm talking about, I can't remember if it was Troy or Cal.
Oh, the one where they killed the baby and
Troy. It was Troy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Troy's baby looked just like the baby at the end of the season. Kendall.
It just had a deformity.
Yeah.
So it didn't have limbs or whatever it was, so that's why they had to get rid of it.
Yeah, man, but still, I mean, it was just
You know who did a better job at combining humans and aliens is the movie Splice. No, Splice.
I still gotta watch that movie. I know it's on Netflix, but yeah, man. And then
I'm not shocked.
Then they ended up killing Kendall at the end,
right?
And it's like they killed what was the other girl's name? Jamie. They killed both of them. Now I thought that of course they killed Jamie because it's like her baby was imperfect, but then with Kendall, I thought that she was going to end up like your girl. What's her name? Is it Calico? Calico, there you go. It's Calico. So I thought that she was going to be like her because she's been there for a long time, but she's never been able to have the perfect mix of an alien and a human hybrid. Like all of her babies have always been defective. So you would think that if the babies are always defective, that they would just kill the people who have the defective babies. And another thing too, and I know I'm just rambling, but it's like we see the lizard people back in the 70s, but we never see them again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I would have thought that the lizard people, when Mamie tried to go into the room to see the baby, it's like I would have thought that the guards were going to be lizard people, but they weren't. So I feel like this episode, it left me with so many questions that I know that we won't get the answers to, and this is just bad for the season to end like this. Now, Trav, I know me and you, we don't like it, but I mean, there could be people out there, like, let us know in the comments, like, how you felt about the season finale. And I'm not wrapping this up. I'm just saying, like, let us know how you felt about it, because it's like, I just felt like it was rushed, man. Was there anything else that you had saw that you wanted to touch on in this episode?
I'm just disappointed with them being too scared to take chances. You know what I mean? I know I made the joke about the alien butt babies, but I was really hoping that we would take some chances on just getting a little bit weird. And it was just the girls had the babies like a regular woman has. Yeah. And then for the men, they just cut open the stomach and took out the baby. So it's like they were just too scared to really push it to the to the brinks that it could have gone to. And 4 episodes, dude, what was the point? You could have given us 4 more Red Tide episodes and made that story a little bit more intricate, and I would have been happy with a full Red Tide season.
For sure.
Be honest with you.
For sure. Because I do feel like Red Tide needed a couple more, especially when we got the season finale of Red Tide, because I wanted to see like where they would go from there.
Yeah, me too.
What I'm saying? And with this, I just feel like if you're gonna do a double feature, it's like Death Valley needed a few more episodes. Like if it would have had 6 episodes like Red Tide, then maybe they could have did it a little bit better. But it's just like 4 episodes, it was just too short. Because I feel like with those other episodes, we could have seen what happened. Like, we could have had Bill Clinton, we could have had George Bush, we could have had Obama, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah, they really could have dived into the Obama Antichrist 2020 election thing. You know what I mean? There was so much that they could have done.
Yeah, but I mean, I did enjoy how, you know, they went back with everything that happened in the, you know, 50s, 60s, and 70s. But yeah, I just feel like that there was so much more stuff that they could have did. And I mean, I'll say that I did enjoy this season more than season 9. What was season 9 again?
1984.
1984. But yeah, the season finale, and bro, 1984 and the double feature minus Red Tide, like both of these season finales were just dry compared to the season finales that we've gotten from past seasons. And I just don't understand how the show, like, they always start off really, really good, and then it's like by the time it gets to the end, it's just like, that's it. Because that's what I said in 1984. Like, once we got to that final episode, I was like, that's it? Like, that's how it ended? I don't like that. I don't like that, man. And we're gonna talk about it in our Titans review, because in that Titans review, that's a season finale. That is how you end. Like, hey, and make sure that y'all check out our Titans review, because like I said, that's how you do a season finale. It's just like, you tie up all the loose ends, you answer all the questions, and you give us a good ending. Like, even if you do an ending where evil wins, like, just give us a good ending. Like, make it smack, so that way we're ready for season 11 or the next season. Because I'm trying to see what they're gonna do for next season. I thought everybody did a good job, though. Like, everybody that was in this season, like all of the actors and actresses, I thought that they really did a good job. And the breakout star for me for this was the actress who played Alma. Like, I thought that she was the best thing about this entire season, and I can't wait to see where her career goes from here. I do hope that we see her on some more seasons of American Horror Story, because I thought that she was gold. Trav?
Yeah, I agree. I know that she's in the Tomorrow War with Chris Pratt. She plays his daughter, like, before he travels forward into the future. So, yeah, she's already a good, and she's been in like big blockbuster movies. You know what I mean? So, good performance. But I think that's American Horror Story's problem right now, is they've lost a lot of their main people. I know Evan Peters came back and did a little bit this year, but for Death Valley, you had Sarah Paulson and then Leslie Grossman, and really Angelica Ross was just a weird alien chick that was only really in a little bit of it.
Yeah, it
was a whole new cast. They're not seasoned, and yeah, I don't know if this bodes well going forward for them. A lot of people are, I guess they're moving on from American Horror Story.
So
and
which I'm not even
I'm not even excited for season 11. Like, they're gonna have to do something that's gonna make wow me when they announce season 11, because I have no excitement for it.
No, I agree with you.
That's 2 seasons now they've failed us.
Yeah, I agree. You know, some of the actors and actresses have moved on to do other things. Because I mean, like, some of them, like, they've just been on American Horror Story for a long time, like since it first started. And, you know, they've brought in some really well-talented people. But I will say that you can make room for new people. And I mean, because I can't remember the guy's name, the guy who played President Nixon.
Oh yeah, I don't know his name, but he was a great Nixon.
Neil McDonald. That's his name.
Neil McDonald played
not Nixon. Yeah, Eisenhower. Sorry. Yeah. But I mean,
but
like,
he's another
really
seasoned
good actor.
Veteran, though. Yeah, blockbuster movies.
Yeah, but what I'm saying about him is that, like, I look forward to seeing him on future seasons, because it's just like, if the older actors don't want to be on American Horror Story anymore, then bring in more seasoned actors and put them in the places of the actors that don't want to be on the show anymore. You know what I'm saying? And then still mix them in with the new actors and actresses that you want to have on the show. But it's like, I feel like the writing just has to get better, man. It's just like, you can't reel us in with good writing for like the first 3 or 4 episodes, and then, like, as the season starts to, you know, keep going, it kind of loses its luster, because
I agree.
It's just so much other stuff that I just feel like we could have learned more about Area 51 and, you know, like how do these people even get into Area 51? I mean, I love the Men in Black comparisons and whatnot. It's just so much more. Like, what if it was the government that was putting out these rumors about the lizard people and the aliens and all this stuff? You know what I'm saying? It's so much that they could have did, man. And yeah, those are my final thoughts. Trav, I don't know if you have any final thoughts, but if you do, go ahead and share them, and then let me know what your rating is for this episode and your rating for the entire season.
Yeah, no, it's just, again, I have no excitement going forward for this franchise, so we'll see what happens, you know, but I just have no excitement. I really loved Red Tide. It was really good, but because if they would have ended with Red Tide, I might be feeling a different type of way. If they did this first and then did Red Tide, I would probably have a different opinion on this season. But since they decided to roll with this, honestly, Death Valley, man, it's a 5 out of 10. It's not horrible. Yeah. But I was even though it should have been longer, I was ready for it to be over. You know what I mean? That's how not good it was. So, yeah.
I feel you on that, man. And then, you know, but what were your ratings for this episode and then the season overall?
Dude, the season finale gets easily a 4 out of 10. It was bad. I thought it was the worst season finale they've ever had, in my opinion. And I know 1984 won't great, but it won't this bad. This was piss.
Yeah.
And overall 5 out of 10 for this portion. Like, I gave Red Tide a 9 out of 10. We gave it a high rating. Strong. Yeah. This 5 out of 10, dude. It's not horrible, but it's the worst thing they've ever done on American Horror Story, in my opinion.
So the whole season 5, this episode. Okay, now as a whole, what do you give the entire double feature?
Because this brought it down so much, a 6 out of 10.
Dang. So 4, 5, 6.
This really brought it down, dude. Brought it down.
Yeah. For me, I mean, like everybody that's been watching these video reviews for our American Horror Story double feature, Red Tide was really good. You heard me and Trav, we both said it. This episode, Trav, I'm gonna agree with you on this. 4 out of 10. It could have been a whole lot better, and it wasn't good. And it was definitely, like you said,
but it wasn't good.
One of the weakest season finales that they've had. Because like 1984, like I remember it was okay, but it was still bad. And,
yeah, absolutely.
I give this episode a 4. The whole season of Death Valley, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because like there were some episodes that I really enjoyed. Like the second and third episode, I really enjoyed, but the season finale was bad. American Horror Story double feature overall, I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because the reason why I give it a 7 out of 10 is because Red Tide really saved this season. But let us know in the comments what you thought about the season finale. Let us know what you thought about the entire season of Death Valley, and then let us know how you felt about the double feature as a whole, and let us know what your rating is and all that other stuff. We'll talk with you about it. And Trav, let them know where they can find you at in social media land.
Hey, that's right, man. You can find me on the Instagram at ZK Audio, and then you can find me on the Twitter at TRAVIOSCK, where you can also find me on Letterboxd, where I am doing all my review and ratings and making my list. Right now, I've been watching All a Child's Play / Chucky movie series, man. Tonight, I'm watching and reviewing Seed of Chucky. So, where they gonna find podcast number 1 hero at, man?
Hey, and to piggyback off of what Trav was saying, make sure that you check out our Chucky TV series reviews that we do have here on the channel. But you can find me, your hero, Benjamin Banks, at KingBenji_Banks on Twitter and Instagram. Then you can find me on Facebook at Benjamin Banks. I should be the first person to pop up. If not, then I need to contact Mr. Zuckerberg. Thank you again for watching this review. Make sure that you check out some more of our reviews that we have here on the channel, along with interviews, reaction videos, podcasts with brand new episodes every Tuesday, and then the video of that episode on YouTube on Friday. Like I always say, keep that pinky up, stay positive, and make sure that you stay safe during the spooky season. Peace.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching another episode of Leveling Up with Benjamin Banks. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe to the channel. Podcast, we got that too. Make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for further episodes and notifications. Thanks a lot to our patrons. And if you don't mind, join the Patreon. We'll be having new specials coming up soon.